Hi, everybody. This is Lee Brower, and welcome to Meaningful Monday. I have a confession to make, and I'm going to share with you an experience this last week that I'm not particularly proud of. So, Wednesday, Lori and I left to get away. I knew that Wednesday and Thursday I was going to have to continue with some business items, but I'd committed that we would have true free days on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That we would have those days together to kind of let go of everything. A free day is defined as a 24-hour period of time when I do not check voicemail. I do not do anything related to business. No calls, no nothing. And I had committed to that. Well, Thursday became so intense that it carried over into Thursday into Friday. And Friday, then, I still carried on, much to the disappointment of Lori. And finally, when I let go in the afternoon, around noon or 1 o'clock, we thought we were there. Then because I carried my phone with me, an email slips in, and I see it. And we're just sitting down at this beautiful restaurant. And what do? I open it up and start reading it. As I'm reading it, she says, "Lee, please don't." But I continued to read it. And sure enough, what did it do? It just it broke everything that we were hoping for. It pulled it apart. And bless her heart, I turned it off as soon as I got done reading it. I felt ashamed, and I apologized. I told her I was so grateful for her understanding, and that I had broken a commitment to her, and agreed that it's off for the rest of the weekend, and that was where it went. From that day forward, from that second forward, I had such a marvelous experience. I had conversations with some of you that just came in, had nothing to do with business, but you're going through some tough times yourselves, and you shared with me your gratitude and how it's carried you through. And that was very powerful. Well, Saturday morning, Lori and I get up, as I've talked about in previous Meaningful Mondays. We got up, and our target for Saturday was to do 5 hours of hiking. Now, if you recall, Lori took that responsibility away from me last week because I'm a poor judge of time, I'm a poor judge of difficulty, and I'm a poor judge of distance. So other than that, I do a pretty good job of picking the trails. But so she said she was going to pick it. So we drove up to the beautiful Red Rock area, just west of Las Vegas, about 10 or 15 miles. And we found a trail called the White Rock Trail. It goes all the way around White Rock Mountain. It was beautiful. And we took off, but guess what? It was just about as tough as the other. But here's what I learned, is that what I decided then was I was going to surrender to the experience, that I was going to enjoy the journey. And as we went, we'd packed a lunch. I'm a rather competitive person, and the last 2 weeks where we've had these tough hikes to do, my competitiveness has been a real stress to Lori, because it's push. We've got to get there. We've got to go better. We've got to go better. And she's like, "Lee, just enjoy this. Just enjoy our..." So we had a lunch. We had breaks. We determined that one of our strategies when we go on the Grand Canyon hike is every hour that we should rest for about 4 or 5 minutes. We've talked to people and they say that's a great strategy, to take some time to eat, to refuel, and to go. So we incorporated that, which we packed a quick lunch. We had good food. We had good, electrolytes. We had everything that we needed to have a great time. And it was beautiful. It was amazing. And I enjoyed the time with her. I enjoyed the journey. And you know what? It took us about 5 hours, about the same as last week. But this time, instead of being totally exhausted, we felt much, much better. We felt energized. Lori didn't cry. We enjoyed the time together. We experienced the beauty of the outdoors. And it really dawned on me what Dieter Uchtdorf said, and I talked about this in one of our Meaningful Mondays previously, when he talked about it's not about the finish line. It's about the journey. You don't have to cross the finish line to enjoy the journey. You don't have to utter the words amen to enjoy the prayer. You don't have to sing the last note or hear the last note to enjoy the song. And so it is about life. Life really, as I'm starting to understand it, does not have finish lines. When we put those artificial finish lines into our life, then those become the mindset if then. If I cross the finish line, if I reach that goal, if I reach that target, then this is what I'll be. This is what I'll receive. This is where I'll be. And it's really not about that. It's if anything, it's more like a relay. And a relay has legs, but the relay continues on. So life is like a continuous relay where we can enjoy each leg of that relay and not look at life as a finish line. If you look at a relay, and we've talked about this before, but I look at traditional estate planning, I look at retirement planning. They're all built upon having a specific finish line. And people become so fixed on the finish line that they forget to enjoy the journey. When we retire, then we can have fun. When we do this, then this can happen. And when we pass on, then our children can enjoy our inheritance. And we don't really understand the power of inheritance. So look at it like a relay race. Let's take estate planning like a relay race. And so I'm given this baton. And my leg is to enrich this baton, to make it better. My leg is to make this baton as valuable as possible through capturing my experiences, capturing the things that I've learned and putting them together so that when I pass this baton on to the next generation, they're prepared to receive it. Now imagine running a relay race. And as I'm coming towards the finish line, what happens in a relay race is people, they speed up, don't they? They don't slow down and come dragging into the finish line finally. No, they're actually accelerating. And as they're accelerating, they're expecting, their full expectancy is that next person, let's call it the next generation, is fully prepared to receive that. And that generation isn't stopped. It's not standing there. Can you imagine watching the U.S. or the Jamaican team, let's take, or the U.S. team running a relay and coming up to hand it off, and he looks at his partner and he's sitting down there overweight, eating a Dunkin' Donut and saying, oh, baton, yeah, okay, what do I do with this? No. You see, life is about preparing for each leg. And so when you come running into that transfer zone, that exchange zone, that's the technical name for it, you're coming by having increased the value of this baton. But in the meantime, you've provided the means to incentivize, to motivate, to inspire that next generation to be fully in shape and to be running at the same speed or faster than you're running so that when you make that handoff, it's a successful handoff. And when you see successful handoffs, what happens is that the person that hands off doesn't quit running. They keep running as well for as far as they can, while the next generation takes off with that baton to make it even better. Think about it. Are we putting artificial finish lines in our lives? Are we waiting to cross the line in order to receive the reward? Or can we create a life where we don't have to sing or listen to the last note to enjoy the music? Thank you, Lori, for helping me understand better how to enjoy the journey. I am so grateful for the power that gratitude can play in our lives and how gratitude is the single strongest component. When you move into gratitude, you then can see the beauty in the world. You can enjoy the journey. When you move out of gratitude and you become so fixated on the finish line that you really can't see it. Each day is a journey. Each week is a journey. Each second is a journey. Let's learn how to enjoy our journey and not put artificial finish lines in our lives. I hope you enjoy this week, the journey of this week. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.